Hello, awesome students, and welcome to this video tutorial for how to submit the rough draft for your narrative essay. You'll want to come to your course in Blackboard and then scroll down to Module 3 and click on Discussion 3.1 and 4.1 Rough Draft and Peer Review. And there are some very detailed instructions here for you. And the first one is to use the checklist below to make sure that you have done everything you need to do in your essay. And so that is your narrative writing checklist. It looks like this. Once you click on the three dots and download it, and it will tell you to be sure that you have limited your topic, limited the time frame, used past tense with all of your verbs, used sensory and other concrete details and descriptions. It gives you some recommendations for your introduction. It talks about having a conclusion that includes your thesis or a restatement of your thesis, and it also asks you to make sure that you've included dialogue. So once you have used this checklist and made any revisions that you would like to your rough draft, then you are ready to include this narrative feedback form on your rough draft. If you click on the three dots for these documents, that will allow you to download the original file. I've already downloaded them. Here is my example draft, and here is my feedback form that I have downloaded. So to copy this onto my rough draft, I'm going to make one suggestion first, and that is that you come to the end of your rough draft and go to Layout, click on Breaks, and create a section break. It doesn't matter if you're close to the end of the page, the way this one is, you can do next page, or if you are not close, you can do continuous, but create a section break. And it's going to be, you'll see in just a minute why I want to do that. Because when I go to the feedback form, you'll notice that it is oriented landscape. And the typical orientation is portrait. So we want to be able to fit this on that page. That's the reason we need that section break. So from here, I'm either going to highlight everything by hand and click on copy, or I can just hit Control A to select everything and then hit Control C to copy it. And then I'm going to go back to my rough draft and copy it at the end in my new section. I can hit Control V, or I can do a right click and click on paste. And you will notice now that because I created a new section, it's now in here landscape, and it's not cutting off any of our final columns. If you put it in there portrait, it's going to cut off those final columns for people to comment in. So I can go back and take off that last blank page just by hitting backspace. And now I would want to save my draft. And it is in a Word format, which is number 4. Make sure it's in a Word format. And now at this point, I am ready to create a post by clicking on the attachment paperclip to attach the Word document to the discussion board. So here, when I click into type a response, I can use my attachment paperclip. And my computer is very slow when I'm trying to record and work at the same time. So that was narrative example number 1 that I was using. And I would click on open. And it will tell me that it is ready to insert the file. I can click on save. I can change the name here if I want to, but that's fine. And what I would want to do at this point is I could go ahead and click on this to post it. In this case, I do not want to because I don't want to have a post on the board. So I'm going to click on cancel, but you would actually click to post your rough draft. So I hope that helps you to understand what you need to do to complete this assignment to post your rough draft to the discussion 3.1. If you have any questions, please let me know.